So the most amazing thing happened last week. After the shooting in Poway, California, I think our entire community was feeling a little sad and depressed and scared. I think it was on Monday, someone knocks on the door of our synagogue, this young man, and he's got tears in his eyes. We have Renee and Joanne in the building, and he brings and presents this bouquet of these beautiful flowers. And he tells Renee in our office that his grandfather had been there in World War II to help free one of the concentration camps. And after what happened in Poway, he wanted to give our synagogue these flowers as a tribute to his grandfather. For me, this is really about being a good neighbor. In Buffalo, we talk about being in a place of good neighbors. What does that mean? It's actions like this. It's after what happened in New Zealand at the mosques, the shootings, different members of the Jewish community going over, being part of their service, their Friday service, being part of the program on Sunday. It's people wanting to pay for a break fast for Ramadan. It's so many little tiny actions that make a difference. When we think of that statement, Buffalo is the city of good neighbors, it really comes down to this week's Torah portion, which is Kedoshim, and 3 words in it that are 3 of the most important words in all of human history. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. What could that possibly mean? It means, first of all, as my teacher of blessed memory, Dr. Saul Wax, used to say, in order to love your neighbor as yourself, you have to love yourself first. It also means that you need to love God. As we say later in Deuteronomy, V'ahavta Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol miyodecha. You shall love, the same words, God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. When you love your neighbor, you also love God. You care about the world. You want to make this world better. Loving your neighbor is really the essence of a democratic society, of a loving society, going that extra mile, bringing flowers to a synagogue that's suffering, looking out for one another. May we continue to do these acts of neighbors that really make this city and this community a place of good neighbors. Shabbat Shalom.